Music is as important to society as flowers are to bees. It helps to communicate even more than words could ever express. There's music to express peace, love, anger, and absolutely any kinds of feelings. As someone who has practiced both instrumental and vocal music for over 8 years, I would love to show you how music has been able to influence my life over all these years. And through my experiences, I will be able to teach you how I learned to hold confidence in myself and my talent, to be creative through interpretation, and to have community through the family that I've made. Here are some photos from those many years ago. As you can see here, I did have the hair of a middle school boy, and the hair actually does get a lot worse from here. So to get started, performance requires a lot of confidence. Firstly, you have to sing and play an instrument in front of a crowd, which is hard enough to do on its own. And secondly, you actually have to audition and beat out other performers to be able to be a part of a show, which is an entirely different challenge. My first time auditioning for a show was the summer going into my freshman year of high school. My friend was actually experienced in musical theater a little bit, for an eighth grader, and she asked me to come audition with her, and I agreed. And I actually had no idea what I was going into, so I was very nervous. When I got there, we had to sit in rows of chairs and then stand up when called upon using our own karaoke tracks that we brought from YouTube. Just plug our phone right into the speaker. When it was my time to go, my heart was actually in my stomach, and when I was presenting my song, I forgot the lyrics of the song, and so the director was forced to sing with me. I was so worried afterwards because I thought that the rest of the kids were like really good dancers and singers, but I did end up getting the lead antagonist because we were all 13 and I could at least hold a pitch. Painstakingly putting yourself out on a pedestal like that is a very difficult thing to do, and now that I've done it, I've become more accustomed to being judged. And here are some photos of all of us as an ensemble. I'm in the top right there with a Dunder Mifflin shirt. And I did warn you that the hair gets worse. I have a perm right there in the middle in the red jacket. And this is all of us as an ensemble. We were really good for a bunch of 13-year-olds. And this is actually a photo of us at the Chloris Awards for Best Ensemble. And my biggest regret in life is actually that none of our parents illegally recorded this for us so we could watch it today. It really sucks. Next up is creativity. Music provides us lots of creativity. Music is widely regarded as the epitome of creativity, actually. Music requires a lot of interpretation and basically throwing a lot of yourself into the music. And being able to do that, well, you have to be yourself. So music is a big advocate of individualism. Music also allows for a space that has no judgment, and when there is no baseline for how people should act or behave, you get some incredibly interesting items. Here we have some examples of that. We have a lot of different little crafts that we like to hang up around the room. Featured in the middle of this picture is a photo of a cat that has the title Gabe Cat, and we have a freshman called Gabe, and we have decided that this cat looks like him, so we decided to print it and hang it up. Next up is actually a cardboard cutout of Zac Efron that we printed out and glued onto the face of an alumni student, and it is also adorned with many different costumes from different nights of jazz we have. Next to it is also a little cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito that we like to stack on top of a cardboard box Christmas tree every December. And then our final picture here is our lesson sign-up board, which actually has a lot of characters from the game Among Us, and that one is actually my fault. And so music is a lot of the time associated with people who are considered weird or different. This is the reason that music is so important to me, because I believe as a society, it's people who come from these places of diversity that inspire social change. And finally, the most important quality to me is that music allows for people to have a community and to make family. Being a part of music means that mainly you will be interacting with so many new people, many of which are some very big personalities, so people have no trouble making new friends, and sometimes you can make some really good lifelong friends if you keep showing up to the same events and meeting each other. Um, Also, literal music class is different from other subjects because it doesn't have any prerequisite courses to take it. So it's like a big melting pot of grade levels. Because of this, we are able to interact with students who are different ages than us, seniors and freshmen, all being friends, which otherwise wouldn't be possible. This was actually the case with a friend of mine, Ashley Carmen. She was a sophomore and I'm a senior, and I know that me and a lot of other my upperclassmen are so grateful to be given the opportunity to know and love her. She recently passed in a car accident, and it was incredible to see our entire Carlisle music community come together for her memorial and funeral. And this is a photo from her memorial service. And with that, it was a time that our community got to come together and share all the stories that we knew about Ashley, every fight and laugh that we had with her, and her wanting to be Regina George in Mean Girls. We made fun of her for that a lot. And then we also made a memorial for her in the music hallway. This was a sign that she made when she protested at the Capitol. And we love it because of the funny phrase and the imperfect spacing on there. You see that G is kind of rising up a little.